Hi, I'm an insane person. Sometimes I go by the name of KB Baby, and I've spent the last 6 hours researching this guy called Techlead. And if you don't know who Techlead is, he's quite the character. Let's just leave it at that. I don't want to spoil the whole video for you just yet. But recently, Techlead has been called out for being a bit of a false flagger, copyright abusing person. And I want to go over these allegations. Actually, there's a lot of things he's being accused of. He's being accused of being a doxer, a false flagger, and a crypto scammer, even that too as well. I'm not a crypto expert. I'm not an expert in anything legal, honestly. So, you're probably better off with literally anybody else for legal opinions. But here on the KB Baby YouTube channel, we're focused on the moral things. We're focused on the entertainment. And this guy, oh my god, is he one of the more entertaining people I think I've come across. And I hope so, because I spent 6 hours researching him. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Now, if you don't know who Techlead is, he is an ex-Google and Meta employee that has a tendency to falsely copyright strike people in videos on the internet and use them to dox creators. At least that's the reputation he's built up for himself when I was researching him. We'll see just how true or untrue that is by the time the video has reached its end. But he's recently blown up in controversy because a YouTube creator by the name of Internet Anarchist recently did a video about him, and you're probably wondering, oh, he's a false flagger. Caleb, this video about him seems to be up, and that's because, dear viewer, while I was bravely recording this story, and while I was doing my research and my due diligence, I was punished by Techlead himself, because he has come out and said that he has deleted the video that he was using on YouTube to basically defend his actions in using the system to attempt to dox me, and then Internet Anarchist video has been reinstated. So this is clearly an attempt by Techlead to silence me and hinder my investigation. And if you'll go to the channel, to prove that I'm not, talking out my ass, I was watching this video, I was doing my research, and bada bing, bada boom, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. This man's cruelty and crassness rather, knows no bounds. He will do anything to impede progress, truth, transparency. Despicable. I want to start with the controversy that got Mr. Techlead into controversy in the first place, and that's this video. This is what Internet Anarchist initially posted to his Twitter account, and it's pretty damning, I'd say. Techlead has posted a response on YouTube saying that he will use the copyright system to censor any videos critical about him. He also states that he's using this to try and dox me and that this is a hazing ritual. Here's some of the more ridiculous moments in his response, and I will do my best to defend Techlead where applicable.
I tend to copyright strike down any expose videos on me because I understand that these are not real exposés. There's no journalism involved in here at all.
First part, can't defend him here. This is just cringe because first, just in general, when you're in courtroom, he doesn't plan on bringing these to court, by the way. Don't worry, we'll get into that. But when it comes to bringing this to, court, you do not want your, the defense to basically be like, Your Honor, he, basically said that one of his main reasons for, filing a, copyright claim was not to protect his copyright, but to, take down critical videos of him. That is not a good position to be in. You will notice that he has failed the optics war. For the average viewer like you and me, none of us are buying this because everybody thinks this guy's insane.
Welcome to the world of business where people are afraid that they're going to be doxxed. Well, if you're going to come into business and do business in this world, yes, you're going to be doxxed. You better have an identity.
I will defend him here. This is one of the few things I'll defend him on. I called into Tommy C's shot from the point earlier today, and basically he was like, yeah, and I agree with him on this, by the way. When you get into business and stuff, you basically do have to have an identity. People need to know who they're working with, for the most part, and for society to function. And I totally agree with that. But, yeah, even in the case of, you need a P.O. box at the very least, and, people just, in general, this is a very business way of looking at things. It's it's very different from the online ecosystem that YouTube is and the internet in general is. And this guy is, even though he's an ex-Google, ex-Meta employee, he seems very much like a normie, or somebody who isn't in the in-group when it comes to the, the internet. Which is fine, by the way, but it makes him make some very interesting arguments and basically speak with his chest, which makes it look awful.
And so then he takes to Twitter complaining he's going to have to dox himself to the Techlead. So you're saying I have to share my personal information to Techlead or let my video be taken down? He's afraid he has to be doxed if he wants to counter the dispute. YouTube jumps in and says, well, you can also hire an attorney if you want to represent yourself. Well, yeah, this is business, right? People have a complaint against you. You can't just be a nobody and hide behind anonymity, right?
This is true. In his defense, this is true. There's a problem though. His complaint is utter fucking horseshit because he retracted it. And if he didn't retract it, here's a good question: if it was so legitimate, if Techlead's complaint was legitimate, why did he take it down? Why did he backtrack the minute he got any pushback? He admits that this is a hazing ritual. This is not a valid complaint. This is you using a legal system to threaten somebody. I am not Mr. Lawyer. I am not Mr. Judge, but I imagine that if you were to do that, survey says that that's not good for your case.
One of the main reasons I will actually copyright strike a video though is I want to know who's behind the video, right? I want to know who these people are. What if it's some...
Again, horrible. I'm a layman. I don't know what I'm talking about court links, but I imagine this would not be good for the, if I was his lawyer, I'd be telling him to shut the fuck up.
Somebody I even know in real life. Oftentimes these haters are people who know you very well, actually. I mean, this could be a real physical threat to me.
This is, again, coming into the fact that he doesn't know how the internet works. I can be talking to somebody from fucking Beijing, you know, with the tools at my fingertips, bro. Like, you're not the protagonist. I don't know how else to say that.
Really, these scam tubers exist only because I allow them to exist. And I can shut them down anytime I like because I own all of the copyrights to the...
Again, he's going in protagonist mode. And no, I'm pretty sure no YouTuber owns all the copyrights to the image and the audio used in their video. Like to exist on YouTube in 2024, like, you would have to cross so many T's and dot so many I's. It would probably be actually impossible to basically have everything, you know, to a T on paper that you can do this. That's why transformative content is something that's worth protecting. It's worth protecting that on the principle of copyright, because it basically makes everything so much easier for literally everybody involved, unless you're a whiny piss baby like Techlead.
Images and audio that they're using. I will issue these copyright strikes on these new YouTuber, scam tuber videos. And I don't really care one way or another, I guess.
He doesn't care, by the way. I'm going to mention this every single time a YouTuber be's like, yeah, I don't care. Like, you clearly do. This video exists for that.
It's more of a hazing ritual for me, like a welcoming ceremony, just to let...
You don't care, but you want to do a hazing ritual every single time an exposed video comes up. Wow, you're convincing.
Them know what they're in store for and who runs the show around here, who owns the content around here. So
those expose videos, they own none of the content, by the way. There's not a single video on this guy, by the way, where the criticisms in good faith and, the copyrights all, protected and kept in its integrity. What an odd coincidence. I wonder why that is. It's so weird that not a single person that has a criticism of you just so happens to be, protect your copyright. It's so weird, bro. I wonder why that is.
So this is my welcoming ceremony. What happens next in these copyright strike cases is typically we go into court proceedings where I have 30 days to file a legal action, which typically I'm not going to waste anybody's time doing. This is really just my welcoming ceremony, hazing ceremony for people. And so the video will probably be back up after a while.
I'm just threatening you, by the way. It's not that big of a deal, just threatening you.
Now, regarding these copyright claims, the truth is I don't really care. If I want to,
I would love for that clip to be played in court and basically in his legal team being like, just glad they're getting their paycheck.
I could go find all of these expose videos about me and copyright strike each and every one of them and take them down and take them to court if I really cared, if I wanted to.
He doesn't care, by the way. Yeah, like, I don't know who he's fooling besides maybe himself. Now, you might be wondering yourself, KB, baby, come on, man, like, he's already rescinded the claim. Like, can you give him a little bit of a benefit of the doubt? And I actually have my on-the-ground reporter, my correspondent, Tommy C., and we're going to get his opinion on the matter, through some, on-the-ground investigative journalism. So, Tommy, take it away.
Fuck you! Tell me!
Tommy, a very articulate man, if I do say so myself. No, I think, I'm all for peace, redemption, and, all that jazz. I really am. There has to be a path forward for redemption, and not just in YouTube and internet drama and all that, silly nonsense, but in life in general. I really do believe that. But this guy has shown a repeated pattern of behavior in doing this. This is not the first time he has used the system in this way. This is not the first time he's done this. And I'm going to go over pretty much every single time he's done that, and then we'll call this video a wrap. First off, let's point out an obvious thing. This guy took down his Twitter tweet, by the way. Techlead took down my tweet exposing how he filed a false copyright strike on my channel to hide the video about him. My post did not contain any personal information that isn't public already. He still won't drop the claim on this video. This was about, I want to say, a day ago, a little previously than before. This was almost before the video came out from Techlead. YouTuber and scammer Techlead has made a false copyright claim of video blah 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 blah. This copyright strike was completely unjustified and in his report he labeled the entire video as his content. That's another aspect of the story we need to cover. He didn't even file the claim correctly, so if that doesn't tell you that that's malicious, I don't know what will. But again, as I stated, this situation is not the first time he did this. I know I keep saying that, but I really want to hammer this home because for a path forward to redemption, you need to kind of be able to grow and learn, and this guy has kind of been doing this since arguably 2020, so let's get into that. This video is by Tren Black, not to be confused with Matt Tren and Techland. Matt Tren is also a part of this video, but for the most part, we're focusing on Techlead. Techlead, alleged by Tren Black. Okay, this is his allegation. This is not mine. I am not making this claim. In my opinion, he did not provide enough evidence for me to say this for a definitive fact. I will say, however, given his track record, I can believe he did this. He was doxxed by 2 online elite entrepreneurs. For months leading up to this event, I was sent numerous threats, some of which included his family. Basically, the allegation is that Techlead gave Matt Tren Tren Black's info. So many trends. You know what I mean. And it was that was how he Matt Tren managed to get his docs and posted a changed an article that was very popular on his website to basically an article basically saying that this guy is unemployable and you should not employ him for the crime of exposing both these people. If true, this is probably one of the more damning allegations because it shows that he's had this pattern of behavior for 4 years, a little over 4 years to be fair. I think the important thing to know is that this goes beyond simple doxing. This is life ruination. This is somebody that wants to try and effectively take this person's livelihood and make it impossible for them to get a job. That's just what it is. And if this allegation by Mr. Tren Black is true, that would basically mean that Techlead, sorry, had a brain fart, would be culpable in this. He gave him Mr. Matt Tren. That's fucking Mr. I don't know why I said that. He gave Matt Tren the information alleged by Tren Black. Again, no hard evidence of this. It's just circumstantial and, it makes sense given his track record. Speaking of track record, why don't I reinforce that point just a bit more for you guys? Coffeezila, you guys probably know him. He's a pretty big YouTuber, 3.5 million subscribers. He does a lot of videos talking about crypto scams, and you would not believe Mr. Techland, who has been alleged to scam people with a million token. That's a bit of a weird name for it, but basically the gimmick of this coin was that there's only a million coins for this, right? And that at the very least they will always be sold for $1, and that he's invested 1 million of his own dollars into this. That's not true. He completely lied in his mission statement. He only spent about like 50,000. Again, a lot of the crypto stuff is completely lost on me. I highly recommend that you watch Coffeezilla's for all the specifics. But thank you, YouTube. Ads are wonderful. Thank you. Awesome. But yeah, if you want the specifics, I would highly recommend this video. I would also recommend the follow-up video, another ad because YouTube is awesome, on Techland going to jail. He did not go to jail, by the way, for the record. But he did make the claim in this video that it would be legendary if he was arrested. It would actually be really good for his coin, except Coffeezila said that that's never been proven. That is historically false. All coins where the creators have been arrested from pretty much our track record have gone to shit. Ironic. Shit coins going to shit. Who would have thought about that? But yeah, all the crypto stuff really does go over my head. I'm not going, again, I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not going to pretend to be a crypto expert. I'm not going to pretend to be a legal expert. But I will say that watching these two videos, I was convinced that this guy is a scammer, because he not only did he lie in his mission statement about putting $1 million of his own money into this, he also put out ads where he acted like he just found this coin just randomly when he created the coin himself. And I feel like at some point, all of this deception, I have to wonder what your intentions with this cryptocurrency is. And it seems like, it is to get people and to scam people. I don't know if it's a scam in the legal sense of the word, okay? I'm going to put that out right now. I don't know if it's a scam in the legal sense of the word. However, I do think that from, a layman's perspective, if you told me, hey, is this a trustworthy investment? I'd say, dude, that's a fucking scam. That's what I'm saying, okay? Just for the record, so we know. I know the video's taken down, but I actually have a sticky note right here going over some of the stuff I had for the first 6 minutes. I also had this sticky note said shit. I was going to put this on my shoe and basically be like, you aren't worth shit, because he's very insistent that he's a millionaire, and that makes him more important than everybody else, blah, blah, blah. Which, whatever, but, it was funnier in my head, plus it literally doesn't stick to anything. So, anyways, my sticky note, here's some notes that I want to say. He claims that COVID made people angrier, which is funny considering that most people had a lot of people had a problem with him before the pandemic, but whatever. He also says he hates responding to small YouTube creators, even though Coffeezila has 2.2 million more subs than him. And Internet Anarchist, the guy he is directly responding to in this video, only has 950k when Techlead has 1.5k. So where from 950k to 1.5 million do you stop being a small YouTuber? Just a weird thing I wanted to point out. Seems like a very insecure person. If you couldn't tell already, he seems quite insecure. He says that these YouTubers do not care about the truth, and I'm like, yeah, sure. Surely some don't, obviously. But there is a financial incentive to make juicier stories and, to amp up the details. I won't deny that, but there's also I won't deny that there is an incentive to be truthful, because reputation is king in these spaces. You can only go so long in YouTube commentary while being a complete liar. Ask Mama Max. He got his shit kicked in, so, He also says that no one got rich from watching drama content, so it has no value, which is weird because he later goes on to make this dumbass analogy about how everybody's an actor on the stage and blah, blah, blah. It was really pretentious. And it's a rant that goes nowhere. But how can he not understand the value of entertainment? I thought he was supposed to be a gigabrain business genius. People value entertainment, and the entertainment for entertainment's sake can be valuable. Again, only crypto influencers, I guess. He also complains about using other YouTube content as background footage, but I'm pretty sure I saw a comment on the video before it was taken down saying that he used other YouTubers for background content, so, I can't really verify that, but whatever. He also says that he didn't think exposed videos fall under fair use, which, no brainer, no shock. But of course, he took the video down, so I guess he got his, he had a change of heart. He just had a change of heart, didn't he? No. This is the thing. This guy has had, and I hope I've demonstrated by this. I know I didn't go show you all the videos in particular in, painstaking detail, right? But because I don't want to, just blatantly take somebody's content, because I do care about that, Techlead. I actually do. And I also care about your time, so I'm just going to wrap this up by saying that this guy, I do think has shown that he's going to use the system to bully people, and he's threatened and silence people, and basically pretend he's the protagonist and, fuck with people. And I think, everybody deserves a chance for forgiveness and redemption, but he's been doing this for at least 3 years. I didn't even mention that he fucking... I'm sorry for not mentioning this earlier, but he literally tried posting he posted Coffeezilla's real name and said he was a sex offender. Then he had to take the tweet down because Coffeezila isn't a sex offender. Yeah, I don't want to be in that scenario. I don't want to be in that seat, being the guy being like, hey guys, I kind of sort of made a little mistake, and I called someone a sex offender when they weren't. Yeah. This guy, at least for the past 3 years, arguably 4, has been just an absolute scoundrel. He has used the system to basically threaten people, and I think if he's going to find redemption, I don't know if that should be on YouTube. I think that if he's going to live his life, he needs to grow and learn from this, and I think one of the only ways he could possibly do that is that if there were some sort of repercussions. I don't know if his channel should be taken down. I don't think he should be banned for life. Maybe, but if Levy can be banned pretty much, out of the blue, because he like said in one video, he said, you know, go to Pokimane server and, you know, completely destroy the whole 3 strike process YouTube has. Like, obviously YouTube plays favorites, and this is an ex-Google employee, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did play favorites, but it's like, this guy, he's just bad news, and I hope that in some way he does find redemption on his own terms, but on YouTube, man, it's like, you're cooked, man. I don't know what else to say. I've been KB, baby. God bless your soul. Stay rad. Don't be bad. And yeah, I'm signing off. And if you liked it and enjoyed the video, please, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense. And yeah, I'm KB, baby. I'm signing off. Peace.